Archaeological Paths Company is happy to share with you our October 2015 Egypt Tour Testimonials. See our guests' excitement and join us and Dr. Zahi Hawass during one of our next adventures.
It's been a wonderful tour. The tour guides are extremely well informed, and I've learned a lot. And particularly in my case, I hadn't done a lot of research beforehand, so it's been great in that regard.
Egypt is a wonderful place. People are friendly. A lot of my friends back home said, "Oh, are you going to be safe?" I said, "No problems whatsoever. I haven't felt one problem or haven't felt threatened or anything." It's just been amazing.
The tour is extremely well organized, and I think this is the way to come to Egypt, because we've gone places, gotten viewpoints for the camera, and seen things that if you weren't on the tour, you wouldn't know about them and you wouldn't be able to go there.
I've enjoyed it very much. I think it's a fabulous country. I've enjoyed seeing the sights. The pyramids, I thought, were just amazing, astonishing, compared to what I'd seen on TV or movies. The temples are what I'm enjoying the most, though. I'm loving seeing the hieroglyphics and the stories that go along with it. So that part I'm really enjoying a lot.
It has met all of my expectations plus. I am thrilled. I would come back again. I'm going home to recommend this trip to all of my friends.
I'm enjoying it very much. It's been a pleasure to be here, enjoy the country, and the guides are especially nice, very knowledgeable. And everything you see is so old and so full of information about the past that you learn so much. And it's just every place we stop is like a new discovery. The accommodations have been great, and food is good. I mean, we don't worry about our safety. Everything has just been top-notch.
I read about it in Scientific American. I was impressed that it was advertised in a scientific periodical. And of course, with the idea of seeing Dr. Hawass lecture was just too impressive. Plus, when I downloaded the brochure, the choices that you had made impressed me deeply. I mean, it's truly amazing, the ancient world. It'll take me months to download everything that I've seen. And I have been trying to come to Egypt for many, many years. And this is a dream come true. Yeah.
We saw Dr. Hawass on TV many times, and we always wanted to come to Egypt. And then there was an ad in Archaeological magazine. And so we followed the ad, and we put down our funds 2 years ago, planning to come last year, but we had to postpone. But it's more than we ever expected. It is majesty and mystical and majestic. Every site. The tour guides are phenomenal. And the safety is better than any big city in the U.S. So all in all, it's a wonderful, wonderful trip with a magical woman.
Are you enjoying our tour?
There is nothing not to like. It's been pleasant. We have very little crowds to deal with. Mohammed is very, very knowledgeable. It's just been glorious. And we definitely have to promote people when we get back.
Well, when we were looking for a vacation to come on, we saw the advertisement for Archaeological Paths Tour to Egypt in the National Geographic magazine. And the idea of seeing a place as ancient as this with all the antiquities and to hear them explained by someone as knowledgeable as Dr. Zahi Hawass seemed like a dream come true, you know. So we decided to take a trip. It's been worth every bit. We've seen way more than I ever expected to see. The staff has been very knowledgeable and helpful, and it's a trip of a lifetime. It's really a trip of a lifetime.
I love the Egypt is great. This is my second time to the Middle East. I've come to Turkey previously, now Egypt. And so far, seeing all the temples and the pyramids and all the information, without the guide, I would not know anything. So I love hearing about all the culture and different stories, and if I have a question, it's always answered.
We are a very fun-loving group, and we watch out for each other, and we are just having the best time. And every day you're just going, a little bit better, a little bit more. Oh my gosh, we walked in just going, it was fabulous, and it just keeps getting better.
We are traveling through 5,000 years of ancient Egyptian history, and it is an amazing trip. We are doing it in an exquisite manner, a luxurious hotel, a beautiful boat. Dr. Zahi Hawass is amazing. He's sharing his life's work with us, and he's doing it in a passionate way, and he loves his work, and he's so generous with his time. Our tour guide is so knowledgeable. He's had 6 years of education in antiquities. He brings every site to life. It's as if we are living there thousands of years ago. And by the way, any site you ever want to see in Egypt is on this tour. So we are enjoying the magic, the myth, and the mystery of Egypt, and we hope to come back soon. Thank you.
Are you enjoying?
Oh, yes. It's over. I knew it was going to be a great tour because of you being tied in with Dr. Hawass, but just the fact seeing Egypt and all the sites, it's over expectations. You guys go above and beyond. You really do. You handle everything. It's just been wonderful. And I know a lot of people are afraid to come here. Absolutely safe. There's been no issues. You guys handle everything. It's great.
Oh, the tour is magnificent. We've seen temples and tombs, and it's been such an exciting experience all the way. It's been a trip of a lifetime.
I think it's one of the top places in the world to see because the history of humans and how civilization began is so much related to Egypt.
All the archaeological sites, that is what I'm interested in, and why I came is so much beyond what we read in books. It's grander, it's more fabulous. I'm 90% in awe every time I turn around.
This is incredible. It's fascinating that men could do this so long ago. I'm fascinated. Not only the history, but the meaning behind. And if it wasn't for the legacy of they left and the hieroglyphics in the building and what they saw, I don't think we ever would have known about this civilization. Mm-hmm. So it's magnificent. It's far more what I expected. It's exceeded far more than anything I ever wanted.
It's almost like a life's dream, I suppose. You see it so often in all the pictures, the magazines, on TV, and actually to be here is just, it's almost unbelievable.
I will advise my friends that Egypt is a marvelous, wonderful place to visit, and that Archaeological Paths is a great way to see and learn about all of the history of Egypt, from the Old Kingdom up to modern Cairo. It's just a wonderful, wonderful way to go.
Okay, how are your feelings about Luxor Temple, that it's open just only for us?
This is absolutely amazing, and to see it at nighttime when we're the only people here, I don't know how this happens. It's just incredible. It's beautiful, yes, it's beautiful.
And what about Zahi Hawass lecture in front of Luxor Temple during the night?
He's incredible. He is so incredible. He's so passionate and so intelligent, and we are so blessed to be able to have him to lecture for us and just for us. He's an incredible man, incredible.
That's especially important, having access to things like the temple at Luxor at night, and a lecture between the paws of the Sphinx from Dr. Hawass. It's been an unbelievable experience, something that I thought could never happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, this is amazing. I seem to use that word every time I turn around in Egypt. Amazing. But to be able to see the place, really experience it without crowds, is incredible. In a sense, it's sad for Egypt. Everyone should be here. Everyone who loves Egypt should be here to see this.
This trip through Archaeological Paths has been it's been the best trip I've ever been on, because many of the times we were the only tour that was there. And also Dr. Hawass, nobody gets to see him like we got to see him, so it's really fabulous.
Well, he's such a wealth of information. I mean, it's hard to take it all in. He has so much knowledge, but he's fascinating to listen to and enjoy listening to him a lot. Yeah.
Oh, he was wonderful. He gave us several lectures, a lot of information, which was very, very good. It's well worth it.
I told Zahi Hawass the other day at one of the lectures, I went up to him before the lecture and told him that for many, many years I've watched him on History Channel, and it has been my goal for a very long time to come to Egypt, to meet him, and to see the pyramids.
He is very impressive. I'd seen him on the Discovery Channel and did not ever expect to be on this tour or meet him, but he's everything that I had expected. He certainly is knowledgeable, and I'm not into archaeology as a science, but he certainly brings it to life. And so that is to know how important it is to him and how important Egypt is to him. It's obvious that it is.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Yes.
It's been wonderful. He's been very knowledgeable, of course, needless to say. And I also learned a lot from him. And also he's very attractable to the fact that he's able to answer all the questions from everyone. And he was very kind and sociable, and I really enjoyed his company.
Well, whenever you are dealing with an expert who also communicates and who has excitement about whatever it is that expert has achieved and will achieve, it causes you to be excited and to have adrenaline and want to do more and see more and learn more. And when you stop learning is a time to be mummified. So all in all, it's a wonderful experience.
Our tour is almost over.
Unfortunately. So much to see.
Could you tell us your impressions, your feelings about the whole tour?
I thought it was a wonderful tour. It went beyond my expectations. Everything was well planned out. Everything ran smoothly. Everything was organized well. It was just fabulous. And I mean, everybody cooperated, and I think they cooperated because everything was in place. The timing, the trips, the meals, there was just so much to see, and the explanations of all the things that we saw was complete and concise, and it was just wonderful. I don't even have words to describe it. All I can say is you have to come to Egypt. It's the only way you will get to understand the people, the culture, and the country. It was a fantastic tour given by Archaeological Paths. I highly recommend, if you want to see Egypt, see the local people, see the customs, go with them. You won't be sorry.
Well, there's, so many things to see in Cairo, and especially down in Aswan and Luxor, places that I've dreamed about seeing for years. And the expertise of Archaeological Paths is really something else. So the tour, I would recommend it for basically everybody. I mean, Egypt is a place that you just a place that you have to come to. It's spectacular. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I agree. Getting to hear lectures from Dr. Hawass was super awesome, and like Kevin said, getting to see Luxor Temple at night and being between the paws of the Sphinx at sunrise was just absolutely mind-blowing. I can't even believe that happened. That was real life.
When we were done with the three shafts in the pyramid, the other tour companies weren't going inside, and you know, I felt kind of bad for them. They came all the way to Egypt and they didn't get to experience all three chambers. It was awesome to see that.
So, you know, our tour is almost over. Could you tell us your...
Oh, I'm so sad the tour is over. I loved it. To be honest with you, I've been traveling for many years, and this truly is the best one. Really, it is. Extremely organized. The itinerary is to perfection, and all of you did a great job. I felt really safe, and you were always there all the time.
We have to be there with you all the time.
All the time.
It's
Great.
our job.
I know, and I loved it. I really did. I'm going to go back with Archaeological Paths to another destination, which I will not say at this time.
I know which one.
Do you?
Of course, and we're preparing a great tour for you.
Then I'll be with you, darling.
Just like Egypt.
Yay! Thank you. I love it.
It's been a wonderful tour. I mean, we saw so much. We learned, especially learned so much.
Yes.
Very informative.
Totally
yeah.
informative.
You can't learn what we learned from books. You
No.
have to come here and see it
And feel it, touch
be
it.
told and understand how they put things together and built them and designed them. It's
Yes.
just amazing.
Yes.
Everything was done for us. Everything happened when it was supposed to happen.
Yes.
We didn't have to take care of our luggage. It was very well organized.
Oh, I thought it was a great tour, but I do think that Archaeological Paths is doing an excellent job. In fact, we've probably seen a lot of things that without you guys, we wouldn't even have known to go there. So no, I think the tour is the way to go.
Fantastic. Every minute is fantastic. I generally travel on my own, but this is the first time I've been on a big tour and I really enjoy it. The staff is very, very, very good. I love everyone on the staff.
I enjoyed the tour more than any trip that I've ever taken. And it's wonderful. And I have a network of 60,000 lawyers, and they're all going to get about 3 paragraphs on why Egyptians are beautiful people. They have much pride. It's a safe place. And if they love history, they must come to Egypt.
I think this is the best end. For the Archaeological Path, we must be happy. Not because we're in Egypt and we see great stuff, but also because we have great people. Thank you.
Why did you choose Archaeological Paths?
We saw Archaeological Paths in National Geographic magazine. You know, that pretty much sealed it for me, because if National Geographic says that the tour is worth taking and Dr. Zahi Hawass is only associated with Archaeological Paths, that was quite good enough for me.
I primarily chose Archaeological Paths because I read that Dr. Hawass was going to be representing the company and the country, and I felt very safe with him, and also the fact that he's very knowledgeable and published.
I am a student of Egyptology at the University of Manchester, and I wanted a tour that would show me what I was studying at the university. So I examined several tour companies, and the chance to see the tombs of the pyramid builders and to listen to Zahi Hawass was just an unparalleled opportunity to learn from one of the legends of archaeology.
Well, I chose this because I felt that I would have the opportunity to see things that I will probably never see again in life unless I look in a book, and I wanted to see it up close and personal, and Archaeological Paths gave me that opportunity, and it is absolutely magnificent. And I would encourage everybody to come with Archaeological Paths. You will be treated to something you will never forget.
Well, the reason is we went to Turkey. Claude Harrington and I went to Turkey in 2013, so that's why we got the ad through the internet,
You
email.
went in 2013 with Archaeological
We went
Paths.
well with the group, the same group, and saw Turkey, and so when we got the email on Egypt, we wanted to come right away.
And I'm certainly glad we chose Archaeological Path because of the special entrances we've had, and with Dr. Hawass, which really made it
giving
worthwhile
us
too.
some learning experiences
Special,
and lectures.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been really, really good. Yeah.
Would recommend it to everybody.
And and going down the Nile like Cleopatra is just amazing. The food's excellent. No complaints on the food. Salads are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
But just having some rest time on the boat too, to enjoy the quiet and and everybody on the boat. All the Egyptians have been very friendly and very helpful.
Why did you choose Archaeological Paths?
Well, I've always wanted to come to Egypt, but I was really, a little dissuaded because of the bad news in the Middle East. And then George suggested we should go, and I said, well, I'm not sure we should go now. Maybe we should wait a little while. Then I saw an ad in the Smithsonian Magazine with Dr. Hawass. I said, gosh, we can't pass this up. And so we signed up for it then.
I think we chose it because of Dr. Hawass. I've always admired him, and we saw this in an archaeological magazine and decided that this was a great trip, and we just signed up for it 2 months ago, so we're really happy we're here.
The selling point for me was going into places that the normal tourist doesn't get, and also going to places by ourselves, and there's more to come, and there's more to come.
We really open places that is closed. It's like when you go to visit that beautiful tomb of Seti I, which is amazing. Maybe one of the most beautiful tombs, I think, in ancient world. And you can see that only with Archaeological Path, and that makes it also very special, makes it very different. And the good thing also that the itinerary is very rich. It's not kind of classic that you go to Cairo to visit 2 sites and then you fly to Luxor to be 1 day in Luxor and then 2 days in Aswan and then you do Nile cruise. It's not about that. It's about to know Egypt deeply, to see everything important, and to cover most of the great stuff. So it's just different in everything.
Safety in Egypt.
What can you tell us about the safety in Egypt?
Well, to be honest with you, that's why I chose Archaeological Paths. The fact that it was very safe, and other interviews as well convinced me to join Archaeological Paths. I feel comfortable with everyone working that's all around me, and I also am appreciative that if there's something goes on, they're always there for me. So yes, I feel extremely safe here.
I am impressed with the safety of this tour. I noticed that everywhere we go, it is secured. As a matter of fact, I feel safer on these streets than I do on some of the American streets. We have seen no incidents. Everything is very well ordered, and the tour is very well conducted so that no unexpected accidents happen. Everything has been prepared ahead of time so that when we go, it's all ready for us. Everything is secure and everything is well ordered. And that's one of the things you need in a tour, is a well-ordered, well-structured tour.
We feel perfectly safe, yes. There's no issues at all. I have to admit, most of my friends were concerned about us coming, and we were a little bit too, but I felt it was an opportunity I didn't want to pass up. And now that we're here and enjoying it, I don't even think about it. We feel perfectly safe.
I've felt very safe. We've been escorted by police, but we've never had any reason, even apart from that, to feel unsafe. So it's been, I would recommend. I would tell anybody not to worry about safety.
But safety-wise, not a problem. Not a problem. I'd walk down the street at night.
So it's a great adventure for all of us.
Oh yeah, look, again, I cannot stress, if that's the only thing holding you back about safety, forget it. Put it way down on your list. I mean, don't even think about it. It's just not there. It's just not a problem.
You don't have to worry about safety in Egypt. You are very, very safe. They take good care of you. The people are kind, they're friendly, they're welcoming. They want you to come and see Egypt, and I encourage you to do it. You will be safe.
People are very friendly. The Egyptians are very friendly. And so, no, I have not felt unsafe. But I think there's a lot of people who are afraid to come. They shouldn't be. They should come on a tour like this I think that that way they will feel safe, and they will get to see a lot of things they wouldn't see on their own.
I have not had any problem, not seen any problem. I've not heard anyone on our tour even mention any problem, so I felt more than safe. And of course, the places we've stayed have been luxurious, have been, the safety factor is obvious.
I feel totally safe. I think the company's doing a great job. I think Egypt's come a long way, and they're making that effort. It's unfortunate there was ever an interruption in tourism, because Egypt's truly a place that everybody needs to see.
What do you think about the safety in Egypt?
There is no issue.
No issue.
No issue. Completely safe. There is no issue.
Egypt is very safe. I was concerned about that before we came, but we've had nothing but safe travels everywhere we've been. So I would recommend to everyone who sees this to please come to Egypt. It's fascinating, and it's safe, and it's like I say, it's the trip of a lifetime.
What could you tell us about the safety in Egypt?
Oh man,
Feel very safe.
I would come alone even if I didn't have. I would come to Egypt without him. Yeah, I want to say, I didn't know where Egypt was 2 months ago, and I went to the beauty shop, and where's he? I don't know. I have no idea. So now I go back to my beauty shop next month, say I know where it is, and I can have a map, and I can tell everybody about how safe Egypt is.
Yeah, I have not felt unsafe at all, not at all. Everybody's been so nice and so welcoming, and just very, very nice. Yeah, my wife didn't want to come because she was afraid of being a woman in Egypt. And the first email I sent back to her, I said, "Susan, there are more women on this trip than there are men, and you should have come." Maybe next time I'll get to bring her, and we'll come back.
But it's very safe. I mean, there's never been a place in Egypt that I haven't felt safe. Never, not one place at all.
Seconded, I agree.
Yes.
We felt perfectly
Never even
safe.
thought about it.
Yeah.
They're not an issue. And we'll tell them that. So many people didn't come. We know because of that. Now that we know, I mean,
But people are also very hospitable here and very kind, helpful, isn't it?
very friendly.
Very friendly,
very helpful,
and
yeah.
very happy that we're here.
Yeah, we feel very appreciated for having come.
Would you recommend your friends to come?
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely.
As foreigners, we get our own idea of what the Egyptians are like and what they know about their culture. And it's very different to hear it from them themselves.
The people are very friendly, yes. Both of course, the Archaeological Paths staff, but also the people you meet along the way.
During our October 2015 Egyptian tour, we were honored by a visit of one of the most important Egyptian generals delegated by the President of Egypt. He is in charge of security of the entire southern Egypt, from Luxor to Aswan area.
Upper Egypt.
You want to say what you think about the safety and security in all of Upper Egypt?
And what's your impression about antiquities here? Very nice.
Magnificent.
كلهم عايزين بقى تبلغوا أصدقائكم.
I think our general want to say that you have to tell your friends, everybody in America and other countries, that Egypt is safe.
The safety of our guests is top priority for the Egyptian government and for Archaeological Paths company.
شايفين إن في البلد آمنة ولا أي حاجة بتتقال غير حقيقية.
You want to say that sometimes you hear bad things about Egypt, or maybe outside in the media, the old rumors. You have seen it. You came from Aswan to Luxor, you will go back to Cairo, and you will feel how Egypt is safe, how everything is under control. Yeah. Okay?
And enjoy tomorrow to West Bank.
Thank you very much.
Nile River Cruise.
The cruise, this boat is so smooth, it's like we're gliding. The scenery is beautiful. This boat is just fabulous, and the guys with their towel people are wonderful. They're so cute. You couldn't ask for better. You just couldn't.
The ship is gorgeous. Food is wonderful everywhere we've been. The people are delightful. Everything is clean, made up, and the cruising down the Nile is wonderful. Yes, so I enjoy that a lot. Yes.
Oh, the boat is very nice. Boat surpassed my expectations. It's very luxurious and very nice, just to relax. It's a nice way to get from one place to another.
The night cruise was beautiful. Our cruise ship?
Our cruise ship.
Oh, it's excellent. I love the suites. I love to sit in the nice lounge chair and read my book and oversee the Nile. It was magnificent. And the beds are so comfy too. And I love my tea.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I just spent time in the pool and relaxing, and our room is beautiful. I was not expecting that, and the view from the room is awesome.
Cruise is awesome. It's from start to finish. I mean, you walk on board, you're handed a hot towel to wipe your hands with, a little cup of tea. Food's great. I mean, the food is just awesome. Service is awesome. The people are just really right there to take care of you. It's been very pleasurable, and I don't want to stop. I want to just keep cruising on it because, again, we're on the Nile River. I mean, how much better can you get with us? It's just perfect.
The cruising on the Nile is pretty phenomenal. It's a very relaxing day. It's just kind of hard to believe that this is where we are, cruising down the middle of the Nile. Every now and then we see more antiquities along the sides of the river. It's just an experience that's kind of a once in a lifetime. You know, the cabin, we can look out the side as we're cruising and see the river go by as we're laying in bed. You know, the beds are very comfortable and the food's been just great. You know, the staff has been very good to make sure that we're well hydrated with water, and it's just been an experience that's been fantastic, and I would recommend it for everyone.
Yeah, I thought it would be
great. Our cabin was great.
Our cabin was spectacular. It was a suite. It was just beautiful.
Definitely.
I felt like Cleopatra going down the Nile.
The boat is magical. It's sort of like about 1950s, 60s luxury style, and it's just magical. It's all the staff, the support staff of the Mina Hotel. That was excellent too. Waking up in the morning and looking out the lobby and seeing the pyramids in the background, Giza, and my friends back home on Facebook said, "Wow," you know, and I said, "Yeah, that's what we see every day," and magical. And the boat we're on now to go down is just amazing.
The hotel we're staying at with the pyramids in the background, that's really, really nice, which is another thing. If you came on your own, you probably would not be staying there. You wouldn't know to stay there. So the places that you know about that the average person wouldn't know if they didn't come on the tour, it just makes the tour much better.
Tour highlights.
Well, first of all, this tour is magnificent. Everyone working here it's a pleasure to be with them. I was astonished at how beautiful the Sphinx was, and the pyramids of Giza were phenomenal. And the history behind all of it is exemplary, and I truly love Egypt, and I think I'll be coming back soon.
For me, the highlight so far has been going to the Sphinx and sunrise and walking around and having Dr. Zahi Hawass give us his knowledge on that, but we were there alone, seeing the sunrise come up and hitting the Sphinx. We then went into the Great Pyramid. We went down to chambers that the normal tourists don't get. And when we come out of the chambers, it was open to the public, and all we saw was a sea of people, and we had the whole plateau to ourselves before it went. And that was just magical.
Giza, with the Great Pyramids, was absolutely, it's breathtaking. I can't describe it. I'm still awestruck from what I saw. And the Sphinx, marvelous.
Early morning.
In the morning, absolutely gorgeous. We got to stand between his paws. We got up close with him. It was just marvelous. I can't describe it. You have to see it for yourself.
My goal was to come and see the pyramids. I always wanted to see the pyramids, but I'm also very interested in this Egyptian artwork that's on the walls of all the temples and everything. It's amazing how much work these people did, and very impressed.
They have just been spectacular. It's almost hard for me to believe that humans could actually make things like this. Sort of like, the David, the Sistine Chapel, things like this. It's just remarkable, especially, 4,500 years ago. Yeah. What were the most interesting places we visited so far?
Everything.
It's hard to choose because we see a lot of the same things from one place to the other.
Gee, the pyramids were great. I mean, everything we see is a lot more than we expected.
Everywhere we've been has been fantastic. So I would highly recommend a trip with Archaeological Paths. They've been wonderful.
Honestly, there were so many highlights. Like, before I came to Egypt, I kind of only learned about the pyramids and the Sphinx, and didn't really know about the rest of all the awesome culture and history. And I thought Abu Simbel was absolutely magnificent. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And I really liked the small group size because it was a perfect amount of people. I learned so much. I was writing down notes and stuff, and I have so many awesome pictures, and I'm going to go back to California and tell all of my friends that they need to skip Europe and come to Egypt immediately.
Highlights for sure were Abu Simbel, the pyramids, of course, and the Sphinx, and seeing it before everyone else got to be there, having our pictures free of people. By the way of Archaeological Paths, we were able to do that. Our boat was lovely that we stayed on and cruised down the Nile. Loved looking out and seeing the wildlife and the farmland, and the marketplace now that we're in. It's awesome, and it's a new experience, and I really love it here, and it's cool.
It's hard to say, gee, that was my favorite site, because there's so many that were, Luxor at night, Abu Simbel for Barb.
That was majestic. And to go into the pyramids that are 4,500 years old.
To be inside the middle of one, that's spectacular.
I loved everything. I managed to go inside the Great Pyramid all the way down to the bottom chamber, huff my way all the way up to the top, and then to the Queen's chamber. It was an experience. And again, it changes. The textbooks can tell you so much, but in being there, in seeing and experiencing, it changes how you view the people, how you view the landscape, how you view their lives. And for a student, it is the most rich experience you can ever have.
These are all wonderful experiences. It's hard to say which one was the best.
And I think truly the bazaars that's a unique experience that I think only place in the world I've ever been to a bazaar like that.
If you want
which
to
is
see
fun.
the country, you should go to
a bazaar. Yes,
Yeah.
Well, actually, my highlights, apart from the pyramids, and the Sphinx, of course, is pretty much I learned about the fact that we also had the Christianity and the Judaism too, apart from the Muslim community. And that was phenomenal, to be honest with you. And also I learned about more of the culture of the Egyptian culture and the Egyptian people, and primarily. They're far more loving than to be honest with you, I didn't think they were this beautiful and loving. And I think that's what's going to bring me back to Egypt. Hopefully with a husband.
Final thoughts.
We want to express our appreciation to you, to all of you, for making this such a wonderful trip for all of us. Thank you.
We can't hear you.
First of all, I need to thank Sandra, because this was her dream trip, and without her, we would have never made it here. I believe very strongly that it's the best trip that we've ever taken. And we've been very fortunate in our lives. And I've learned a great deal about Egyptians and Egypt, a beautiful people. Not only a historic people, but a rightly, correctly proud, decent wonderful people. And I have already emailed volumes of lawyers and friends and family that Egypt is safe, the people are gentle, and they're very proud of their history. And if you know anything about history, you must come to Egypt. And you must use this tour group.
You can join our trips around Egypt with our special guest, Dr. Hawass. Check the dates of our tours on our website, www.archaeologicalpaths.com.